The Latin Empire was a very briefly lived Crusader state. In this video, I attempt to make it last by the use of both expansion and diplomacy. Let's start. Here we are, and our position is obviously not the best. We are by no means the strongest guy in ex-Byzantine Empire lands here. We're pretty average, but we are in learning, so I do appreciate that quite a bit. One of our daughters holds on to Flanders. I really doubt that we're going to inherit this. There's like an 85% chance that we get a male heir, so I'm not really counting on gaining this land. It's not too much at all anyways. How many counties? 9? Whatever. We're also, like I hope that you'd assume, Catholic. Surrounded by a sea of guys who are obviously not Catholic. And all of our lands aren't Catholic either, so we're in a decently bad position here. Luckily enough for us, the mod, which is also called More Bookmarks Plus, gives us decisions. Either War for Epirus or War for Nicaea. I'm definitely going to go for Epirus, just based on how fragmented it is. And these guys over here will be super easy to take out compared to this super consolidated guy up here. Let's take the decision here. Do this. Gain a few troops, and let's go for it. Well, this is pretty unfortunate. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because my hands are pretty full right now. I'm going to crusade for room. I'm taking out him. And now there's him. And there's just no way this is going to be possible. What county does he want? He wants this county here. No, he doesn't. He wants this county here. Do I really care about this county right now? No, not really. Not really at all. So, he can have it. You know? I really think that this war here and this war here are a lot more important than just this one county. There's that one done, and it took about 5,000 years to get done, but oh well. I forgot to build trebuchets, so it was going super slow. Well, that went horribly. We were absolutely obliterated. Rome as a state is basically over with too, though. They're doing absolutely horrible in troop count, and they're also losing the Trebizond pretty handily, so yeah, it's over for them. I'm also feeling extremely weak right now. Bulgaria is huge, and so is Nicaea. Look at that troop count. I don't even compare right now to that, so I'm gonna try to lay low here. And at most, just conquer the guys to the west of me. I'm gonna kill the Nicaean Empress. She is way too strong for my liking here. way too strong, so she needs to go for sure. And honestly, at this point, I'm just going to do this. Well, not that. Let's see. Can I do the other one yet? The war for this one. Yeah, that one. Do that because I can. And they have to go. I can't have a person that strong as my neighbor right now. It is way too risky. So, goodbye. I was actually pretty sure that he'd win that. He allied with the HRE, so I honestly thought that I was screwed, but he never called him in for some reason. Probably because the Emperor didn't like him enough to actually go into it. Either way, I'm super happy with this, obviously. This is a pretty big relief for us. I just vassalized a fellow Crusader nation down here. Rhodes is next. Well, that sucks. I can't really do anything about that. But I really don't want all these vassals that really hate me just because of my faith, though. Nice. And I think for now I'm just going to chill for a little bit. These factions are decently big, and I really don't want to have to deal with them when I'm like fighting him, for example, or Epirus, or Bulgaria. It would just be a mess. So I'm going to relax and build up my economy and my troops, and then I'll go back at it. Well, isn't this great? So instead of going into China, he just decided to go straight, just west, and just barrel towards me, which I really wasn't expecting to happen. The original Genghis is still in power too. So, you should already know what's going to happen here. I can't have him on my border. He will absolutely just obliterate me instantly. So, I know it only says 5%. I can probably hire more people into it. Not very many apparently, but this is not going to work out for me. That's pretty unfortunate. I don't know what to do here. Okay, this is good news. He died of old age. And his son here should be a lot easier to kill. Let's see, yeah. I should be safe now. I actually haven't played the game before this moment, so I don't know how this works. This one is probably the good one. All right. And there we go. So now we're safe, obviously. He is not coming after me now. Empress decided that it would be a good idea to vassalize this guy down here. So naturally, he has to go. So, goodbye. This is ridiculous. So, I'm facing two factions right now. And I can't invite any of my allies to this one here. Because, for some reason, one of the idiots who joined the war here is involved in this somehow. It's probably one of these guys. Why is this even a thing? Why are they allowed to defend with me in one war and attack me in another? It just makes no sense at all. So I can't invite any of my allies in, and I'm probably going to lose this. So I don't know what to do. You know, merc up, maybe? I was really trying not to take these decisions because I think they're kind of cheap. You know, it's like free gold every single year, but I have no other choice here. You know, I really consider that BS. In my opinion, you know, I think it's really cheap that that's even a thing where I just can't call in my allies at all from something that's really out of my control. Here's this one done, and let's go on the offensive now, or defensive. I mean, all right, it's over. It was all right. The one peasant faction that popped up over here just died. I'm pretty sure it's because of the peasant leader died and it just ended. So that's okay. One less thing to worry about, I guess. There we go. And now all these guys are going to lose their land. With those two wars, we can finally restore Rome. Let's do it. I see no reason why we shouldn't. And it doesn't give us nothing, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do at this point. The only way I can get claims is by allying these people and just having my kids get claims. So I'm kind of stuck on what I should do here. I guess we'll find out. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to conquer anybody at all because I have no male heirs. And it's been quite a long time and I haven't gotten a single male heir. My succession right now is not looking good at all. And I honestly don't know how far this goes until like she inherits. You know, it could be like right after this. Or it could be like 10 people from then. So I don't want to disinherit all these people, but I really have no choice, you know? I really think I'm just going to wait and see. I really can't handle the negative 20 opinion modifier that comes from disinheriting right now. Actually, forget sitting around. I'm going to do this holy war here. I would go for Egypt, but for some reason I can't reach, even though it's like right there. This will do for now. So, we're gonna die. So, it's time to start disinheriting people. Oh wait, I can't even do that. This is another thing that I think should change. Like, why can't you disinherit people who are too far away from you? I think it's kind of silly. Here's this done. Finally. I'm only 66 years old and I finally get a male heir. I think it's probably a good idea to just merge our cultures. It's really just holding us back with like constant peasant factions. I just want to make it stop, so let's do this. Nice. And now we're combined. Our guy's dead. And now we're playing as a 3-year-old kid. This could go pretty bad. And I'm really expecting that it will go absolutely horribly, but we'll see. That was great. I forgot that the CB is bugged. This, like, take all de jure land CB. There isn't an actual goal or a war target, so that took a lot longer than it should have. We still did get it, but it's pretty unfortunate that it took that long to even get in the first place. I have another holy war for Kingdom CB. I'm going to do it for Syria. I could do it for Egypt, but just the borders would be absolutely disgusting. And I'd also have to land, and it's just a mess. So I kind of want to avoid that. It should be easy enough too. He's in extreme debt. The only thing that kind of sucks is all these guys will just join. But I can't do anything about it, so here we go. Another victory for the Latin Empire. At this point, I am not expecting to get either of these guys under my empire. There's just no shot. No opportunities for me. What I'm probably going to do at this point is sit for a little bit, build up my economy, and then I'll give it over to the AI and see what they do with this. I'm actually pretty curious if they can keep this in control or not. My economy should be good now. I've been fabricating on Bulgaria. I figured why not? Let's do this final war here. Alright, we should be good now. There's that. And looking at a brief overview of our country, it's kind of a mess, just border-wise. It is pretty hideous. Here especially, it's pretty ugly, but I'm pushing along a legend right now, which is why our economy doesn't look that good. I figured I might as well try it out, and it's pretty big. 336 counties. Looking at the rest of the world, the HRE is massive, which is pretty common nowadays in these updates. The Maghreb is doing pretty good. Poland is Poland. The Golden Horde is still there somehow, and they're super stable too. There is no signs of weakness at all with them. Rum is controlled by the Turks, but instead of being Sunni, they're just Greek. So, okay, I guess. And not only that, but this is actually a Greek house too, so, okay. Georgia's doing pretty good. Venice is over here, which is pretty impressive. Mongolia is still pretty big, and the Song are still there, and they have a ton of troops. Looking in religions, not too much is extremely interesting. We barely did any converting over here in Greece. Hungary's converted to Slavic Orthodoxy. The Mongols are Nestorian, and that should be it for now. So, let's go, I don't know, 100 years in the future and see what happens here. You know what? I'm actually just going to end this early. Look at how slow this is going. I forgot how just bloated this mod was. It looks like a pretty sad day for our empire. We've definitely lost land. They are still Catholic, so I guess that's okay. You know, I was actually super worried that they'd convert to Greek Orthodoxy, but thankfully they didn't. The Maghreb at one point was huge, and they had like the entirety of Castile. France has relatively recovered from the 100 Years' War. England doesn't own any bits of France anymore, so that's pretty good for them. The Isles own land though, so I don't know if France really cares about that too much, but we have a pretty chunky HRE in this game. Poland is owned by them. This guy here's remained pretty big the entire game. Same with Hungary too. And they're actually both under the same dynasty, so good for them. Rum is still Orthodox Turkish. Jerusalem took back some land. Some of the Fatimids are over here in Persia. I didn't even know they still existed on the map. So good for them. This Afghani guy's doing pretty good too. In India, nobody stands out. It's basically the same average guys. One guy down here. One guy down here. The Chinese are doing what they do best. Invading Manchuria and Tibet, obviously. This person's pretty big. And so is this person in like Burma over here. So in religions, this is so dumb. Nobody converted at all. Nobody converted anything over here in the Greek lands. I am starting to see why our little empire fell apart. It's probably because this heresy popped up. There are so many faiths in this mod, by the way. Like this one here, I never ever seen before in my life. And this one here, Finnish Orthodoxy. I've never even heard of anything like this, so it's pretty cool. Nubian Orthodoxy is huge. Almohad's doing pretty good too. Hungary is completely converted to Slavic Orthodoxy. And there's a Polish church in Poland. Nizarism dominates Persia. This faith here dominates like northern India, Pakistan, you know, just the steppes. China's united under Taoism. And that's really everything that I really see that's super interesting. Let me know if you have any other ideas for videos. And thank you for watching.